I'll come with a double.
That's dope. You know some shit.
I gotta run it up. Just like yoga, skirt, extra soda, extra unders for extra overs. Soft serve, no frozen yogurt, no getting overs. Long jumps, use extra Folgers. Long legs, no head and shoulders. I'm running motors, I'm calling plays. The J's, we jumping hurdles. Don't talk to rats, so I don't fuck with turtles. That chopper scene, like Usher, I'ma let it burn you.
Yeah,
drop them pounds off.
Listen, man. This right here. If you ain't got no notebook, right, go get in there. I'm gonna give you time to go get all that. You know, put the phone out, turn it to the notes. Take note, man. This shit right here, these jewels right here. Real VVS is getting dropped today. It's the Me Personally podcast, right? Where like I can't say nothing wrong, and if I did, I didn't. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, and hit that bell. Cause listen, you don't want to be notified when you pop this shit here. But like, man, I got a special segment, right? And it's the first of the first cause I'm trying new shit, right? But like, it's called Financially Speaking, right? I got boss talk. This more in tune with financially. Like just listen to it. Financially Speaking. I'm gonna try to like the money counter here. Make sure you do that. But like I got a special. I'm so excited, right? I can't stop smiling. Cause like she's so busy. But I'm gonna let her introduce herself first, right? Yeah, we gonna go from there, man. Talk your shit.
Hey, my name is Tanisha. I go by HennyLo on Facebook. My YouTube and my Instagram is Tips with Henny. I focus a lot on helping people improve their credit scores in order to leverage their credit scores to invest.
Period. Man, right. So what you already said you'll tell you, man, it's gonna keep showing up at the bottom where you find it. So like before we go any further, I wanna know like, you know, where you come from. What's your background? Where you started? I love the story. Cause you got a boss and a story behind you.
Cool. I grew up in Avondale. Avondale, Ohio. I went to Rockdale in elementary school. I graduated from Hughes, Big Red.
Big Red, that's my shit. I got kicked out of Cease.
Yeah, Mr. Cease was, yeah, he was crazy, but he was a good principal. Just gotta do what you're supposed to do, Yeah, but I graduated from Hughes. I went to Purdue when I left Hughes. I stayed there for a year. I was kind of bored.
Right.
And I didn't have a car.
Okay.
So I came back to Cincinnati. That was kind of one of those things I was like, when I think back, I'm like, man, why did I?
Should have stayed at Purdue.
Yeah, why did I go back to Cincinnati?
Purdue.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I came back to Cincinnati, and I originally, let me backtrack. When I went to Hughes, I specialized in healthcare.
Okay.
I went to Hughes Center High School for Health Professions. So I had my STNA at the age of 16. When I left there, I was pursuing nursing. I wanted to be a nurse. So that was my whole focus, was nursing.
Okay.
So when I did leave and went to college and things like that, the whole thing was nursing. I came back to Cincinnati. I attended the University of Cincinnati. Then, let's just say, I didn't really care for the University of Cincinnati, so I transferred to Xavier.
Right.
I did about a year and a half at Xavier, into some more nursing.
Okay.
Let me tell you, I'm maybe about 20 credits away from being a nurse, right? Ooh. And then I kind of got into some trouble.
Right.
Maybe back in like 2009, 2010, kind of did some tax stuff, some financial stuff that maybe I wasn't supposed to do.
Okay.
But long story short, I was giving people income that they weren't supposed to have.
Right, bullshit.
And I got caught, but I'm not gonna lie, that kind of set me up for the best setup in my life. So I ended up getting into the pet business after that.
Right.
I grew up around animals, pets, right? My stepdad bred animals. He used to do things that I won't talk about with them, but it's why I had the compassion for him.
So you got a pet business, right?
Yes.
Did you already name it at the beginning?
No, I did not name that. Edgy Pooch is the name of my pet business. Yes, I started out downtown Main Street back in maybe 2013.
So you grown?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me tell you. Let me just tell you that story because this is funny. I started out just selling like pet clothing and accessories, right?
Dang.
So people kept coming in like, "Hey, do you groom dogs? Do you know how to groom dogs?" And I'm like, I knew how to give them baths and nail trims, but I'm like, shoot, they asking, shoot. Yes, I groom dogs. So the next day I put a dog grooming sign in the window, really. And I learned how to groom dogs after that.
Straight hustle.
Let's just say that.
Damn.
I learned how to groom dogs after that, and I had to leave my Main Street location, went to another location, kind of got backdoored out of that location due to the gentrification downtown.
Okay.
So I went through a lot of when OTR wasn't what it is today.
Okay.
So it led me to turning my business into a pet concierge business. So I decided instead of the clients coming to me, I'm just gonna go to them. So I don't gotta wait on anybody to.
So you pull up?
Yes.
Damn.
So I go to my clients. I had a good friend, and she kept telling me like, yeah, Atlanta has like a lot of dogs. They can use you down here. So I just stepped out on faith, went to Atlanta, secured a couple contracts, hired my own employees. One of the buildings that I acquired under a contract was being acquired by another big company, under contract. And they told them like, hey, we got this pet company. I know you guys are acquiring us, but we don't want to lose them. They're really good. So that's how I ended up going national with my pet business.
Damn, man, y'all listen. Y'all hear that? Straight to it, man, financially speaking.
So that's why my business experience.
That's one of them.
Yes.
That's one of them.
Yes.
Because I know you wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
Like, I could tell, right? Like, and this your floor, I promise, right? But, like, automatically coming, like, damn, you got a hustle in you already. Because you would have did that's the same shit I would have did. Like, if I'm cooking fries and you ask for some other shit, man, I know I got something that I can make that other shit, yeah, I do it. Like, damn, that's a hustle. That's a hustle.
And then, like, what I didn't know how to do, I just hired the people. So what I did was I hired groomers and dog bathers. So when you come into my shop, you get professional grooming now.
Damn,
instead of me messing up your dog, I just hired people. So I gave other people opportunities. I participated in the CYC youth program while I was down there.
Okay.
So I had a couple teenagers come to my shop, learn how to groom, learn how to kind of work the cash register, how to bookkeep and stuff like that.
So you got an apprentice program too?
Yeah, I got into the CYC that was here. Well, not CYC, I think it was like CCY. It might have been CYC. It was through like Job and Family Services at the time. I did do that, so.
I like that. So let me ask you a question, right? Where your hustle started, like, I know it started from you, but somebody gave you the hustle first. Your mom, dad, the streets, I know your surroundings. Because you grew up in Avondale. Them some hustling motherfuckers up there. Excuse my language. But you know, it is what it is.
No, probably I would say my surroundings, my family and people I was around, they were in the streets. I can't deny that. So I was always around a lot of money and nice things, and I always knew that you can, do things and get things, but I didn't want to do what they were doing, so to say, because I always knew you was going to go to jail. So I'm like, I'm not doing nothing where I just know, like, at the end of the day, you're going to go to jail. But Lord behold, I ended up doing something that landed me.
How long
I was in jail.
You don't mind me asking.
So I ended up getting supervised release.
Okay.
So because I didn't have any criminal record, and I didn't get a chance to run the dollar amount up to an amount that would have like made me have to go to jail.
So they basically prevented something but started something.
Absolutely.
Damn.
No, look, I'm actually a mentor. I'm actually a mentor for the Federal Probation Department. I've been a mentor with them for 3 years. I'm the first woman mentor that they had with the woman mentor program. But yeah, I have some Facebook friends and stuff. I go in there and I'm like,
damn, that's dope.
And they're in the meeting because they're going through, federal supervision. So it's kind of good to go back and be able to kind of see people and help them, give them advice and listen to their stories. And these are men that, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes when I leave out of those meetings, I'm in tears because people don't understand what jail does to families, people, relationships, and things like that. So I'm able to kind of see the full effect. And I see men that come out from like 20 years and 10 years and 15 years and they don't have a clue about credit and financial or how to bookkeep, how to even go fill out a job application. So being a part of that program as a mentor, I'm very, very, very thankful for that. And they're actually trying to expand their program into all the federal districts, so I'm a part of that too right now.
Dang.
I keep a lot of stuff quiet, so you're getting some stuff I keep quiet.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm taking it in because like that's where I be. Like I'm a hustler by nature. Like it ain't just like, cause I grew up street nigga shit, like. But me, like I had put up a stat earlier. Like I feel like just trapping, that ain't no hustler. Like you gotta be able to really like what you doing, man. That business, I already know that shit. Like, cause my dog, I be paying some shit for my dog. I be pissed. Like, I'm paying all this money for this.
But let me tell you this. When I did start my pet business, I didn't know what I was getting myself into.
Right, you just did.
If I would have maybe knew what I was getting myself into, I maybe would have been scared. But I'm kind of glad that I did. But it just comes with a lot. And then to take the business from just being me into employing other people, you have to have systems and automations and things like that, which is something that I don't really speak much on or I don't advertise. I'm very intelligent. I'm very smart. I was able to implement systems and things into place so that I could hire people. And you got to understand, when I got that contract, I was in Atlanta, Cincinnati, LA, and South Florida. That contract, I woke up, I was in at least 20 states out of all of the states.
Damn.
Literally.
So you move around. Damn. So far I get like you an activist for sure, because that's
felons for sure.
Like,
just because I'm a felon, I'm a convicted federal felon. Most people don't know that about me. Not that I try to shield it, but because of the type of crime that it was, sometimes people can try to develop a perception. And I'm an honest businesswoman, so now I've led enough, I feel like, in my career where I can kind of voice that, because I don't do anything that's not, that I'm not supposed to be doing.
Damn, that's bullshit. Hey, damn. So look, we gotta get to this right, cause you based on ownership, and I love that, right? Cause that's what I really practice on my podcast / financially speaking, right? But I understand like credit, credit, like this the game, right? That you know more than me, and I ain't scared to say this shit. I just literally been learning this shit 2-3 years. But I'm glad that I've been on it, because I remember I'm like, man, my credit score is now, and it feel good to say
exciting. It's
747, especially coming from where I never thought in a million years, but I can really do something with my shit now, right? But
right.
I want you to get a game out, right? I ain't, you give out what you want, right? But this financially speaking, right? What's the first step, right? When you fucking with this credit, when you doing credit, trying to establish credit, gain credit, right? With your help, what's the first thing, can you break it down, please? I ain't trying to. I need to know too, though.
The first step is analyzing your credit, analyzing a report, seeing what you have negative, seeing what you have positive, and kind of basically overall looking at your report. Okay. That's what we do. We do an audit. So when someone comes to me, my company, we do a credit audit on you. Right. And you get that credit audit, and that credit audit is basically a background check on your credit check, everything. It's broken down, and it kind of tells you what to do moving forward, what not to do moving forward, and what to be on the lookout moving forward. And then followed behind that, we give a whole bunch of credit building products and products that give you that proper credit mix to have that solid credit report.
So when did you get into that?
My pet business.
Damn.
I actually, when I started my pet business, look, let me tell y'all this. I was a straight cash person. Everything was cash with me. Right. I just money, cash.
Right.
So when I started my pet business, certain things that I was trying to do, they what's your credit, ma'am? What's your credit, ma'am? And I wouldn't say my credit was bad. I just didn't have any.
Right.
So I missed out on a lot. I missed out on a lot of opportunities, funding, and partnerships and things like that. So basically one thing led to another. And then, I had that other stigma over me as well. So I learned how to move in the corporate world. I learned how to utilize my business to do things that I maybe couldn't do if I didn't have a business. And that's what people come to me and they pay me to help them do.
Damn.
Legally.
Because I'm going to fuck with you for sure. I told you we're going to build on that. Mm-hmm. So on the ownership side, so when somebody, they get their EIN, boom, because credit, far as credit. I know business credit. This business credit now. Mm-hmm. But personal credit, so I still want to know the importance of that though. Personal credit is still important, right? But me, this is how I feel personally, right? I love both my personal credit line, but I love my business credit because of the perks and shit that I get back now. Mm-hmm. And I've been utilizing the perks. Mm-hmm. See, at first I was just doing it just to do it. Right. And I'm about to start it because I don't like working for nobody. You know what I mean? Ownership. Mm-hmm. I can't see myself waking up every day, you know what I mean, making somebody else rich. That's just not my thought process for it. But with you, I be seeing every day, man, you promoting so much, and I love money because every time I see your stats, my hands itch. That's how I be knowing, man, what the man, she be giving out real boss game.
No Google stuff either.
No Google shit, far as personal credit, right? So when you do all that though, you help people build personal credit. So what's it like? So what's a good score when they do get their personal credit? How they go about getting the loans and all that? Because I know you told me a 680 cool.
I was just getting ready to tell you.
Okay, my fault.
Yep, a 680 is cool. It's a great number to push for, right? But not only do you need the 680, your reports need to reflect a certain credit mix, and which means you have to have a certain amount of accounts, certain type of accounts, which helps you get that credit mix. And I would say a strong 2 years of solid paying your bills on time, no lates, no medical bills, and the right credit mix, you pretty much won't get denied for like anything that you're really trying to get approved for. And like to get business loans, the SBA only wants you to have like a 620, and that's not much to have. And another funding avenue for Black people that we lack, there's a lot of minority funding. You can, get your business minority owned, recognized, and it's like funding and bonds and stuff that they have for you, that they guarantee the money for you. So let's just say if you are approved for a $100,000 loan, the MBE or the SBA for the minority, they'll back that loan for the bank. So if your bank fails, they'll back it like 80%. So the bank is willing to take that risk on you, because if you fail, the money's right here in collateral for them. So it's a lot of stuff like that. And during COVID, they have pushed it to 80%. It's usually like 50%, 60%.
Because the COVID brought out a lot of entrepreneurs.
Yes.
A lot of entrepreneurs. Black.
Yes.
Black entrepreneurs. So I got a question right now to cut you off, right?
No,
there's a lot of people that want to know this, right? So when they do, like, you got people that really like me. I'm illiterate because I'm ready for loans and all that, because I got a business.
But no, that's why I do what I do. So don't take it as that. So because I'm illiterate to a lot of stuff that I just don't know. That's just not my lane.
It ain't the fact that I ain't scared, because I know I got a vision and I see it. But it's like, now I'm ready for the loans though, like the 250,000 and all that, because now I know, like, I'm ready. But I want you to know, like, it's people out there, right, just like me, discouraged. It's a discouragement, because
it's scary.
Like,
those numbers look scary.
Hell yeah.
If you never
but I play with but I'm ready for that shit.
So yeah, I understand.
Right,
that.
but it's people out there, like you said, like say somebody, the average Joe, and no disrespect to the, you know what I mean, but street nigga shit, that shit come quicker than the average Joe. So the average Joe, I could put myself in that category sometimes though, like, 'cause that was my thought process, even if I had the cash. So like, somebody gotta have a vision before they even accept that money though, right?
Yes. You're not even gonna be up for that money if you don't have the vision, because anybody ain't doing it. If it was like that, you'll see everybody walking around going to the bank getting 250s and. So you help with the plan, how to write up a business plan and all that. Yes.
Because that's why I'm illiterate to that, and I ain't. I'm not. Listen, I'm very. It ain't that I'm illiterate. I know how, but I don't know like the exact format. I know what I want to do. I know the expenses. I know how much. I know what I need.
Well,
I know
that's all you need to know, because the actual business plan, is actually just you putting it on paper, just the thoughts and stuff.
Okay.
So I was actually a part of the Aviatra Accelerator program. It's like a woman business program. My pet business was selected, so I was able to get like extra professional help with that and learning business planning and how to like plan business and do financials. I already knew how to do it before them, but I just basically got more help with knowing how to do that professionally. And I was, sorry, my little ass.
You good. That's dope.
You can edit this out.
Oh, yeah, you good.
But I was actually scored Client of the Year in 2019, which means I did a lot of revenue. I was a beginner business owner, and they kind of checked some things and some things. I actually went through them for a mentor. Her name was Kelly Dehan. I love Kelly. She was really cool. She was a cool mentor during my journey.
So something, Kelly.
Yeah. So I met with her a lot, but I mean, look, it was so funny because it's like every time I met with her, it was like, not to say she didn't do anything, but it was just like I had things so under control. She just was.
Right, I could tell.
Always
like,
and
already
I'm
like,
well, I mean, sometimes.
You be on it, man. You like, especially with this credit shit, because I see you like every day. I see you, like, and it be rapping, like, damn, like, and it be making sense, especially with these Airbnbs and all that too. Cause that's a whole nother revenue income.
Oh, man.
We financially speaking on this show, right?
Yeah.
We talking about personal credit. Y'all, she gave y'all game on it, right? And then and we about to get into the next topics, right? But I want y'all to understand though, like, discouragement is a form of like a failure, because like you don't know you can do something until you do something. You see what I'm saying? Like, and even with your motivation, like, because like I can back the money no matter what, like, but it's just more like take that leap of faith. I feel like if you can wake up every day, get on the internet, scroll for shoes, clothes, other shit that ain't even getting you money, man, you can scroll, Google, like what she's saying, you can hire her. She take the hard work away from you. I already get it that you take the thought process and you be like, listen, I got you. You ain't gotta think about the hard shit. Let me show you, and I love that about you because you promote it. But like, I ain't never heard no bad shit about you. Like, but I can tell though, like even with the, like you said, what you had, the past, like a lot of people would be like nah, I don't wanna, nah.
And that was like 13, let's mind
That's
you,
old as
that
hell.
was 13 years ago.
Right.
So like if I do hear somebody speak about that, I'm like, oh yeah, you just been
you a hater. You
like,
reaching.
man, I done been on the news, you know, like I'm in the Cincinnati Enquirer, but a lot of great things, and I'm a mentor, I'm a CYC mentor for the public schools. Like, so if you're gonna bring that up, then you need to just go look in the mirror, cause.
So before we switch to the next subject, right? How key is personal credit to people so they know, because I practice that a lot, and I like to, like, especially because what you giving out, right? I'm telling you, man, I know they out there writing that shit down, because I'm gonna be rewinding my own shit back.
Cool.
And after just building, like, but how key is personal credit before we get into the business credit and everything else? How key is personal credit? Like, how important is personal credit?
Very important. You spend the money anyway, kids. I mean, if you have some cash, just don't spend what you don't have. I mean, you just gotta look at your credit card like it's the cash. Keep the cash in the bank account. When you spend it on the credit card, just pay it back with the credit
So what's
card.
a good way to build personal credit for the people that don't even know? Like, you know, I understand secure credit card. I know that's a good. Is that a good one?
Awesome. Secure credit cards, credit builder loans, and becoming like authorized users on family members' credit cards. That'll give you a great boost. The credit card just must be in good standing, no late payments and things like that. So as long as the credit card is in great standing, that can help you too. And that's how you can kind of pass the good credit to your kids when they turn 16. If you have credit cards in good standing, just add them as authorized users. So when they turn 18, it'll just give them that credit history. So like when my daughter turned 18, she's gonna have 2 years tax return. She's gonna have like over 800 credit scores. She's gonna be buying her condo, whatever school she wants to go to, and then we're gonna make financial aid pay for it. So it's like she getting it for free.
Boss shit.
Legally though. Like, because when you go to college, they pay for room and board. So why not just get your place?
Boss shit. Like man, listen, I love that. Personal credit, like, and it's a few, like, with her, she's saving y'all to Google. You don't gotta Google secure credit cards and all that. You can just hire her. She gonna make sure you get the job right. You gonna keep seeing everything pop up, man. Like she gonna make sure you get to where you need to go, because like the time be now. Don't sit there and keep sitting on the couch watching somebody else win when you know you can be off the bench shooting with them. Like, for real, you gotta make that make sense though. Like, the world we in right now is so easy to win. All you need is an outlet, a phone, a laptop, and your hands.
No, really.
If you ain't got your hands, use your feet. For real. That's how real this shit is to get some money, man.
Red bag, Jones. I ain't sweat about no beats. I'm trying to run it up. 400 on the treadmill. I'm trying to run it up. In the month 400, I had to run it up. Treadmill money, I ain't sweating. I'ma run it up. Burn a lot of calories. I'm trying to run it up. I ain't tripping off a breeze. I gotta run it up.